Welcome back, time to newcomers elected Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last episode, we figured out the real culprit behind Dl6, Manfred von Karma. And this episode, we're continuing with the trial with the hobo in it. Yes. And we just found out that we're trying to get fingerprints off the gun that was shot, but the hobo has no fingerprints. So how do we get past this? Let's find out. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Huh. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! Tisk, tisk, tisk. What will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has not been decided, no? No! I know what happened! I know everything! I just can't prove it! But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one! Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait, he's not seriously thinking of cross-examining the parrot. Cross-examine the... really? Cross-examine the parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor? Oh my god, here it comes. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On his proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. What? You gotta be kidding me. How do we cross-examine a parrot? It doesn't even speak English. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Good God. This is getting desperate. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, that's the only thing we can do. Let the parrot take the stand. Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. Or him, whatever it is. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard! Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot! Oh my god, I can't believe we're going through with this. Freaking parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Words to live by. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, Squawk. Oh my god. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. I can't believe the judge is even going through with this. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I guess we just go on with the cross-examination. What the freaking crap? Hello? Can we present to you anything? Perhaps? Objection! This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction and hello. Shut up, cat. Good grief. Anyways, let's press, I guess. Hold it! There's a contradiction in hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? What's your name? What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number on the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright,
You aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I heard her satyr say it. Ha! Ridiculous! How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? That's a good question. Let's save state 2 here, actually. Those the other ones back to that other one. Parrot itself? Admittedly, I didn't think you had anything to show us. Okay, so that's not it. We want number 2, actually. So, like, what can link us to the caretaker's true identity? Maybe the safe isn't it. Maybe this Dl6 file by any chance? Oh wait, 12, what was it? 12221? It's gotta be this. The Dl6 case file? Yes, I was right. What is this obsession you had with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? Case summary victim data. It's on the victim data page. Mr. Wright, this file is from a case 15 years ago. I don't see anything about a safe in here at all. I believe this is another one of Mr. Wright's bluffs. Very well. Witness, continue your testimony. Really? Okay, what about case summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the Dl6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th? Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the Dl6 incident as the number for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to date. Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. Wow. That guy's ego is off the charts. Because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Him. Very well, witness, you may continue. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay, so on the second dots, then we present what? This? No? What about on the first dots presenting this, maybe? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Nope. Alright, what do we just press that? See what happens. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I cannot believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try. Okay, that's what we did. Okay. What if we just press this again and get something else out of it? Say, have we forgotten something? Remember, 2 days ago. Polly, Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget Dl6, squawk. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I can get Polly to say that here. That will prove that the caretaker had something to do with Dl6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. Squawk. Oh, we didn't say it. Crap. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, hello. Squawk. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tis. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot. Could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Oh my god, really? Okay, let's try the last option then. Press! Okay, what about... what's your name? Maybe I should go get her to say her name. Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course! Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating! You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is the Dl6 file, right? In the victim part. The Dl6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file is the information connected to the parrot's name? Victim data. It's on the victim data page. I'm sorry, but I don't see anything here that relates to the name Polly, at least not on this page. A bluff, as I expected. I'm afraid I have to deny your claim, Mr. Wright. The witness may continue. God dang it. So it wasn't in victim data. Alright, whatever. Let's just fast forward through all this crap then. It's a good thing we didn't get a penalty for it. What's your name? Blah, 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 blah. Of course. Yes. Let's go. Okay, the DL6 case file. We'll actually save this time. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old! Oh, good God, Slender Phoenix. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. That is a mere coincidence, that's all. That's all. True, that is a possibility. However, the two coincidences at the same time seems more than like a pattern to me. What do you say? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately! Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember! Now, it's okay. Oh, holy crap, he's all serious now. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I am done. Nick, he looks totally different! This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years! Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Snap! Hobo serious. Order! Yanni Yogi! So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me I would make me innocent, get me off of the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The blood was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth himself, yourself? Anyway, I admit it, that I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well, snap, that's the end of that trial. Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth Not guilty! Confetti! Woohoo! Wow. So, did we just screw up Von Karma's perfect record? That is all. The court is adjourned. Well, snap, this can't be the end. There's still... Ah! Holy crap, now what? Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No! Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment! Holy crap. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all! As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But, revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Dl6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh, what do I do? Raise an objection, quick! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Oh my god! The game's not over, guys! For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the Dl6 incident. It was me! Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for Dl6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me! Oh, snap. Don't do this, Edgeworth. Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing for a different crime. The crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold the trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Here's Von Karma again, trying to be perfect. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take, and the beard has to take a poop, so we'll go with that. Course is adjourned. Oh my god! Here we go again! December 28, 224, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy! Just crazy!
Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
Who are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it.
He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Alright. Stab. December 28th, 2:30, District Court, Courtroom number 3. Then I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the Dl6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Here we go. Final case of the first game. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please! The Dl6 Incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! That's the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. The Dl6 Incident. I went to the courtroom to observe one of your father's trials and went to leave an earthquake struck. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. What if we press this? What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was that? What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was for the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Okay, we'll just press everything. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. But wait! Does it say in the file that it was only one gunshot? No clues found on the scene, trapped, blah blah blah, one bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice! Fail! Take this! Yeah, baby! Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense! Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Whoa, rebel. Alright, Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you the proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Most likely yes. So let's see here. Ah! Here we go! Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time. You haven't even looked at it yet. Fine, be that way. Okay, what about this photo? Look at this photograph. Every time I made that joke before. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying there as Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in this photo. The contradiction is obviously here, because this is where the second bullet was fired. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Whoa!
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the Dl6 Incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, when the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that had made that bullet hole in the door. Oh no. On the ropes again.
Order, I will have order.
Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot, but now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh, no! He's confessing! Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection. Your Honor. I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Nick. I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. Jesus? What? What did you just say? Nothing? The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It exists! What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist! I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! the murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? We will find out next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and see you guys next time for a possible finale.